Let's practice some more completing the square to find the vertex and axis of symmetry. Again, just for some review, the reason why we're completing the square in this course is we're changing or forcing the look of each of these equations into the vertex form. So we have our normal, or excuse me, not the normal way, but the standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And we're changing it or forcing it to look like the vertex form, which is ax minus h squared plus k. So that we can get more information from it, and algebraically you can tell me what the vertex and axis of symmetry is. Alright, we went through the steps the last time and how you do this, so I'm going to go slow the first couple times so you'll know how to do this. Is I have this in standard form. Now the first thing you want to do is look whatever the coefficient is in front of the x squared and factor that out. So we're going to factor out a negative 3. Because it's negative, it's going to change all the signs, so that's going to be a positive x squared, and then it's going to be a positive. This is a 1 here, so when I factor out that, it's going to be a 1/3 x. And if I factor out a negative 3 out of a negative 2, that's going to be plus 2/3. So basically I've divided every single term by 3 and changed the signs. Now that I have it like that, the negative 3 is going to basically hang out and wait while we complete the square. So I'm going to do bracket, and completing the square is this parentheses with a squared sign. You're going to put the first term here in our square, which would be just an x. The sign stays in the middle, and right here in the middle. And then the second term, you're going to take half of the second term. If you take half of this, you're either going to multiply the denominator by 2 or multiply it by the half. It's the same thing. So it's going to be 1/6. Now, by doing this and multiplying this all out inside this parenthesis, if I were to do it up here, I've got x plus 1/6 times x plus 1/6. If I were to multiply that out, I'd have x squared. 1/6 plus 1/6 is 2/6, or 1/3 of an x, plus 1/36. So as you can see, this matches here and here, because 2/6 will reduce down to 1/3, and I've added a 1/36. Now this 2/3 will come down eventually, but right now I have to take away that 1/36 because it's in here. You just can't see it. It's going to be this term squared, and then bring down the 2/3. Now by doing that, the negative 3 is going to hang out some more. So I have x plus 1/6 squared. Then I'm going to combine these two. So I've got negative 1/36 plus 2/3. And I can put it in your calculator, or with common denominators, you end up with 23/36. Now don't forget, you have to distribute this back through. So we want to get rid of those brackets. So it's going to be negative 3 x plus 1/6 squared, and this will change the sign, minus 23/12. So there's our vertex form. This equation is exactly the same as this one, it just looks different. We used algebra to force it into the vertex form. So the vertex is readily seen. It is right here. It's going to be negative 1/6 comma negative 23/12, and the axis of symmetry is always x equals whatever our x value is, because the turning point or the vertex is on our axis of symmetry. Okay, let's try it again with this negative 4 in front here. So I've got f of x equals, so our original formula was negative 4x squared plus 8x minus 6. So the first thing we do is take out the negative 4. When I do that, I have x squared, and then it's going to be minus 2x plus 3/2. Now the negative 4 is going to hang out while we complete the square. 3/2 is going to come down eventually, so I have x plus half the middle. Oh, this is a nice number. So what did I add that wasn't there before? A 1, so we're going to take it away and bring down the 3/2. Now I know I'm kind of going through this fast because we've done this several times, but when you take half the middle, remember this would be x squared minus 2x plus 1, so that's why I take away the 1 so it'll match here, and then I just bring down the 3/2. Now we're going to distribute the negative 4 through there. Whoops, first I got to combine those. I'm going too fast, so let's just wait on that. So let's do this first. I'll take my time, go fast slowly. Negative 1 plus 3 halves comes out to be positive half. Now let's distribute. Sorry, I was going a little fast. So it's going to be negative 4x minus 1 squared. And then negative 4 times a half is negative 2. So my vertex is 1, negative 2. My axis of symmetry is x equals 1. Okay, let's practice a couple more. This one is a nice one here because you can tell right here that there's nothing in front. So this one is going to start pretty fast. So we have s of x equals x squared minus 6x plus 8. So right now there's a 1 here, so I don't have to do any factoring of any coefficient out, so we can go immediately into completing the square. X minus half the middle. Now what we added in there was a 9, so I'm going to take the 9 away, so now this will match this part, and then bring down the positive 8. So I have x minus 3 squared. Negative 1 plus 8 is negative 9 plus 8 is negative 1. So there's our formula in vertex form. So I know the vertex, or the turning point, is the point 3, negative 1. And my axis of symmetry is x equals 3. I wish they're all that nice. Let's look at this one right here. I have a negative 4 in the front, so let's change this. So I've got t of x equals, first let's factor out the negative 4. So I have x squared, which changes the sign, remember, plus 3x plus 2. Now, the negative 4 is going to hang out while we complete the square. So I have x plus half the middle. Now I have to take away what we added, which is 9/4. Bring down the positive 2. So we have t of x equals negative 4, bracket x plus 3 halves squared. Then if we combine these two, I have minus 1/4. So t of x is going to equal, now we do the distributive property. So this makes it turn out nice. We have negative 4, x plus 3 halves squared, plus 1. Axis of symmetry is x equals negative 3 halves. Alright, there's 4 more problems we practiced so that you can learn how to complete the square.